Good morning. This is Amaru in the building. It's been a week since the festival in Burbank, California, 2025 Burbank Comedy Festival. This is my second year doing it. I wanted to wait a week, kind of let everything settle and, feelings and emotions and um, getting some rest. Having jet lag, I drove there and drove back by myself and make it hype. Just wanted to let it marinate a little bit. My thoughts and everything that went along during the festival. I almost didn't go, and I'm glad I did. And I almost didn't go for, financial reasons. Last year, myself and the family went, and it was great. Had a great time, and we wanted to repeat it this year. Doesn't it seem like sometimes you have fun at doing something and then you go to do it again and you want to and sometimes expect to have the same experience. It's never that. It's never that. You want to relive the first time that you experienced something, like taking the whole family to, California and enjoying a couple weeks / vacation type of situation. And it was great. And even with all the people that we met the last time we were there, wanted to relive that with them. Nope. I barely was able to go. The people that I met, they didn't get into the festival. So, it was just a whole different experience. A good experience nonetheless, but it was a different experience. This year's festival was different from last year. Last year was great. I made it to the best of the fest. It was great. But I felt not seen. And when I felt not seen, even though, I made it to the best of the fest and other comics were like, yeah, that's dope, XYZ, this, that, and the third, it was a feeling of like I was being ignored by the powers that be, quote unquote. And it was just an unsettling feeling. I'm like, oh, they won't even talk to me. They won't even look my way. It was weird. And I felt some kind of way about it, but I kept it to myself. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna say shit. Things didn't it didn't add up. How can I advance like this and they not like me? Or yeah, just all kind of things circling in my brain. It just certain things didn't make sense. Now, one thing didn't happen and this happened, and I could say, well, this is, some bias or whatever, excuse I can come up with on why I felt the way I felt. For some reasons, it didn't make any sense. If I came with this conclusion, it didn't make sense because of this. And if I came with this, it didn't make sense because of this. So I kept to myself, just kept quiet about it. And I was like, you know what? By the time I figured all that out, they had sent out a sign up for next year email or whatever. And so I was like, you know what? Let me sign up for next year and see what happens. And it was early on. Shit, it was the same year. I want to say a month later they sent that out, and I filled it out and didn't think anything of it. Then 2025 rolled around. I think they made the decision in May or something like that, and I got in. So I'm like, damn. So they really made what I was thinking about the year before, the year prior's experience, like it really made that like strange. Like, okay, they approved me again, and yet I don't get it. Well, I'm gonna go and see what happens. I'm gonna kill it and do my thing and see what happens. Ended up going after going back and forth, not looking at finances. Our car had issues just like it did last year, same month. We've been dealing with this shit for a whole year, so financially it was just like might not be able to do it, might not be able to do it, but was able to do it. The compromise was I had to do it by myself.